Hi, chat. Hello. Twitch saying again that my stream's unstable. Well, no, it's not. Why is it saying that? Let's see if it gives me. Average bit rate is too high. I don't. Okay, whatever that means. I'll have to figure out what that means later. Okay. Okay. Didn't. Okay. You know what? I forgot to do. Right. Nope, not that one. This one. Hi, Braylee. Thank you for the lurk. And the 130 stream streak. Have to look over and see how long it was. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Uh, as I was starting up and I was going to do something, which I'm gonna do here in a second. I realized, I remembered that I'd left my pale moss farm running because it's currently in pale moss mode. Um, yeah, all of these were full. So it's actually doing quite well at the moment. Um, oh, I didn't even finish cleaning that out. Okay. So I've got all of this to bone meal. I'm also going to toss some in over here. Just because I know the way I have it currently set, it does output, like it keeps itself full. Majority of the stuff does, like it's skewed not towards the bone meal side, so. Did you? I also just need bone meal in general. So, we'll leave that running. Because why not? I probably should go empty it of the pale moss as well. Looks like the azalea bushes. Well, there's some azalea bushes in there too. In one of the chests. Left over from when it was a moss farm. Okay, music. I don't need. Also need to turn that down. Do not need intense. I mean, I'll take a quick step. I have not yet made a new playlist. Keep forgetting. But I will get to it. Okay, so that's this bone meal one full. Do I need pale moss for this build? I don't think so. I think I'm just making that for in general. Oh, wait, right, I remember what I was doing. Not that. It's that. I could put these in here. For now. Actually, let me just take those out. So I'm just gonna toss them in. What do I need anything down here? No. Okay. Not yet, anyway. Put these all in here. Ooh, you've got some cactus blossoms. No, that's not what I meant to do. This one. I got 5 here from the other day, which was nice. Most of the time I just get 2, but... Just do that. That. I'm going to need a lot of nether brick. I'd rather have too much nether brick than not have enough. So. Okay. Not that I need to refill those like right away, but for to keep an eye on it that way. Okay. So I've done a bit of work. I will show you it all off in a second. This goes in here. And 3 of those go in there. I have empty shulkers here for no reason. Alright. So, I'm not entirely sure about the copper lanterns. However, in that spot, they're super frequent, so they don't go all the way through. But I've been doing a lot of work putting in the perimeter. I'm going to call them walls for the lack of a better word, because they're not entirely walls, but they are walls. So I've been doing that, just mostly placing the pillars and putting on, going through and putting on layers of the roof bits, just so that we get a general sense of how that's looking. I've also designed what I think the sections where the ground isn't supporting the pillars. I think that's what that's going to look like. I've done that in a couple spots now. I have to go through and figure out spots like this, because I clearly went down one and then filled in it. So I've got to figure out, like, I've got to do this bit. Slowly getting the wall kind of figured out. So the only part of this I don't like is that you can see the dirt, so I might end up placing moss there, maybe even, just so that it looks a little bit more like it should. I am not happy with this. I didn't think I was going to be, because it's too much sandstone. Which is what I figured would happen. I need to figure out how to make it less sandstone-y. without taking away the parts of it I do like. Though I do like the shelves here with their flower beds. The flower bed bit I think I like this one, but I like that combination. Um, the other part of this is I've been debating if I just make that section taller. I think I am gonna just make it taller. So we're gonna do a little bit of a renovation on that right now and see if I can get it to where I like it. Why is that still on me? I will accidentally fortune something. Oh, I also put that away. I was... What was he doing? Oh, I was fortuning a bunch of coal to make the lanterns because I didn't have coal. Okay, so to fix that, I'm just gonna put smooth sandstone things in my inventory. Here we go. Put that. Some of that. I just feel like I should try doing panes instead of those solid blocks. Probably need to get more glass, realistically. But I can start with the first idea I just thought of. It's not there, it'll be here. I just did this. Okay. I almost feel like actually that would be crazy if I did it that way. Would that work? Hmm. Okay, so what I'm trying to emulate here, and I may just need to actually just do it this way, is this kind of style here. Wait a second. I see what the problem is. I see one of the problems anyway. However, I don't want the walls to be this thick, I don't think. I haven't decided on that yet. Okay, I see what the problem is. That work, or do I need to reverse this? Okay. Yeah, you know what? I can leave that there for now. We're gonna take this one down. Actually, no, that corner needs to be consistent with what I'm doing. I'm gonna leave that one up so we can compare the two. I've also done some design of the interior. I don't think I had that done last time I was on stream. Kind of figured out where I want the layers and stuff to go. Wow, that's intense. Can we not? To be fair, most of this playlist is probably intense. Oh, that's fine. That can stay there, though. For now. Okay. while I'm just moving it, I may... Yeah, I am just gonna move it all one over because decided I want a degree of separation here. Okay. Let's go up 3. And actually... Yeah. Okay. Is 3 high enough? Yeah, it should be good. We'll just stay to there for the moment. That is going a bit grander. I might need to lower that sandstone. Okay. Now... yeah, I think I want to lower that by 1. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. What if I even just, for a moment, just do open windows? Forget the glass for a second. Because once I do the interior, I could probably figure out where I wanted the glass and whatnot to be. Do I want this? Oh, I want that higher. Oh. So the part of this is... I want that here? Okay. Definitely gonna continue this line, though. Yeah, I probably should use the happy gas, but that's not where we're at the moment. Okay. We do that. Assume the roof is gonna lip down 1, right? Or did I say that's... Let's just make it equal. Should I just... Oops. Should I just make it the same height? I've also just been tempted to add a 3rd floor to that and just be like, meep. Okay, well, let's just see. Now, do this. What will... Here's where I wonder. Okay. I'm going to just go grab that stone cutter and crafting table. Because, well, I might grab new ones. Make that. So I can play test, not play test, test this a little bit, see where we go, and I love that you can select specific things out of bundles now. It's so nice. Alright, I do like the height of that, but I don't like this here. Okay, let's do that. I'm also not liking that. So take that off. Let's grab those. And this is where I do think the happy guest will be useful. Actually, where did you? There you go. Okay. Does it need to go up one more? I'm just gonna go ahead and put this up in so that we can easily place things against it. And the reason I grabbed the warped wood, because I'm almost feeling like this arch kind of needs stairs and stuff to work. Almost if they didn't do that. Not even that, just do this. Yeah, but one lower, I think. Unless I want to just make the window one more tall. Which honestly, doesn't sound like a terrible idea. Get back here. Yeah, that works. Okay. Now, here's where the question about the glass comes in. Okay. Because do I then do this? I don't feel like I have enough space inside. Well, there's not going to be anything in front of the window anyway. It's not right away. And I could do something fun with this. Issue I have with this, which is what I had originally in the storage room that I just made work, is once you do this, it almost feels like you need to do it again to make the arches happen. Because I'm actually going to remove those arches. I don't know why I placed them. But whoops. That's not the button I pushed. It does look really cool, and I technically have space, so I can I could just widen this, to be honest. No one said I couldn't. The walls aren't in yet. Because if I do that... Nope. I do need to repair my wings. Okay. Nope. Okay, I'm going to need quite a bit more of that, though, if I'm going to do it this way. It'll be a minute before that actually goes through, though. Which is fine, I don't need it right now. Yeah. Yeah, I like that better. I like that so much better. Okay. So now it's a good thing we have space. I really only want this to be 3. Could push it to 4. Or I could push the distance between the windows a bit. I am gonna just make this taller. That is what I'm going to do. Okay. So now that I've established that that's how this is gonna go. We remove the rest of this. Well, not attempting to spleef ourselves. Oh, no, that is that. Okay. I'll just put that there. It's not like I'm not going to just cover it up in a minute. Okay. Now that we've reclaimed all of that, I need to decide how many of these I want to be here. Because I almost feel like the segment's 7. 2. 1. that's one off what I was trying to do. Do do do. Is that too much wall? That does kind of start to feel like too much. Because the other part of this is right. This is just going to be stripped warped wood. So I don't want too much blank space. Now this is going to be bigger than what I intended, but that's okay. This is why we wireframe and test. 2, 3. And then like that, I think. That'll feel about right, I think. That's not too close to this still, right? No, but it does kind of change. It's going to be more like that. Okay. Do that real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and use, oh, need that back out actually. I'm gonna go ahead and use these to make a bunch more shelves because I know I'm just gonna start making more of the other. I didn't use any slabs, but I will make more stairs. One more set of trapdoors. I think I will also end up needing more glass, but that is a problem for another time. Or for here in a few minutes when I need to then repair my Electra, I might go to the librarians and get more glass. Also just gonna go ahead and do that. Oop, missed. Nailed it. Hi, Surge. Yeah, this is gonna take a lot of warped wood. It's okay though. It just means I have to get a lot of warped wood. Well, I missed. These go good. I didn't exactly measure how tall that is. Okay, well, we'll do... about how many more. Oh, one. Perfect. Okay, what? Need to know. Okay, that's going to be 120. Okay. Actually, just going to build this wall. Completely this way. Because why would I not? Doo, doo, doo. Put that there to keep things from spawning. Not covering up another. It is. Let's put that there for now, even though I'm going to move it again. That's the level I did that at? Oh, okay. It is. Though I didn't put one here. I am going to have to reconsider some of the things I had already wireframed out. Can do that here in a second. Once we finish getting these 3 windows in. But here in a second, it's probably going to be a few more minutes, but might be a little more than that though, because I just ran out of smooth sandstone. Oops. Did I do that right? Oh. No, I did not. Okay. That is a smooth sandstone slab, so I could probably finish this at least. Um, do, do that way. And that. There we go. Okay. What is with this playlist? I swear. No, not that one. Actually, I don't know what the corners of this building are gonna look like. Oh, perfect. And I don't have another flower, however. Go ahead and place this. Flower? Torch. I meant torch. It's fine. Because this might just go back to smooth sandstone and go all the way to the top. Okay. Honestly, next thing I think is going to be empty pockets. And grab a bunch of the moss. Yeah, that's fine. And I want to get out this. I'll put that one away, to be honest. Yeah, wait, where's... Aha! And this. This next step is tear down a bunch of this. Oh, I should have. Dang it. Now that I kind of know how big that's gonna be, I can redo this a little bit. Okay.
Hello there.
Hi, Mousy.
Shadow Mazzy just resubscribed for 47 months.
Nice. 47 months. Let's go. Did I answer your question, Serge, or did I space out again? I think I answered you. Okay. Actually, I needed to keep that there for a second because I need to... You did? Okay. My brain's a little spacey today. Alright, what I need to figure out is how wide I actually want this to be. And I'll get to that in a second. We're in the stage of the build where I have now discovered that I made everything... Well, I made things too short and stuff. Because I've now designed a bit of it, and I'm like, you know? I didn't realize how grand I wanted to go until I designed it and then redesigned it a second time. And I was like, oh! I need a new skin, but that's a problem for another day. Okay. So we space this out. Let's see. Is that crazy? Maybe. Okay, what did I do? One in, then 1, 2, 3, 2. Just assume for a second. Do I want the spacing here to be the same? The issue with that is going to be, or do I want, okay, let's just do this for a second. Okay, 1, 2, 3. This is going to be there. Is that wide enough? No. So if I want the bookshelves, how wide do I want that part to be? You just say for a second. That big. Then I need to I don't know this song right now. Okay. That means how long is that? It's 6. So 12 plus say 9 for the sake of argument would be 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So that means, and if this is on this block, let's get to 6 up from there. So another, oop. So the window on this section is going to be from there to there. Yes, that's big enough. So the reason I did that is because I have an idea of this bigger window on the end of the hallway of bookshelves, right? There's also going to be layers to this a bit. I just haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet. Um, I don't know whether I'm going to do bookshelf, or if I'm going to do bookshelf. I'm probably going to do, but like I don't know exactly how I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do that part yet. I have thoughts. The good thing is, with the way the space is out, these windows will be in the exact same place. Yes, I could just try to figure out how I space them. But no, it's 1 over. Should be something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. How did I end up with... Oh, not me putting one in the middle of the window. Though to be fair, there might be one here. It's just going to end up being like a... Yeah, I don't know exactly how that's going to work out. That'll be more of a when I'm designing the interior kind of thing. However, I did want the entrance to this place to be in the center, so let me refigure out where that is. Just gonna draw a center line. So that means and is it going to be at the edge of the bookshelves? Because I think my original design was to have a bit of a multi-tier even in the first floor layer, which you might have noticed. It's gonna go all the way to the end. Might go all the way to the end. I might choose to push it away from the wall. Da, 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 da. Because the main floor of the building is going to be here. Well, the main floor of this section. I've layered out some level changes. Because of that, I wanted to bring it down a little bit in here. So I don't know if it's going to be here or here. I haven't quite figured that part out yet. We'll do a little bit more of that once we do the interiors. I guess the next question for me is that where the roof starts, or do I go up one more? I feel like I kind of need it to go up one more. And then once I figure that out, we'll fix this. I think the roof can be at that level. I'm gonna still leave those blocks there, though. Simply because those will go behind whatever roof I decide to do anyway. Oops, that's not it. It's here. Why is it playing Christmas music? I need to go fix that. I didn't even realize. Okay. I am going to try to have an actual stream playlist by Friday. We'll see. I need to make 2 realistically. But we'll see. I may only make 1 and then decide if I really need to. Okay. It's a little closer to here than I thought I was going to get, but that may make some interesting opportunities anyway. Um, I think this will look really cool. Yeah, I need to leave some clear, obvious, I wouldn't say instructions, but clear, obvious hints to myself because I will end up forgetting that this needs to go here. Yeah, window there. Okay. So, looking at that, this is where I need to look again and figure out what the heck I did. Did I say that was? It's only 3. There's no way I actually wanted to put the roof there. I think that must be an old. You know what? Oops. Doo -doo -doo. Excuse me. I very clearly landed on that and it didn't register. So what I did here was mark where the floor of the second floor was going, so that it was pretty obvious, and to make sure that like I felt that the distance I gave myself between the roof, the ceiling of the floor, and the floor of the floor made sense. Um, I could color code my uh, moss. Actually, that would be kind of funny. Okay. That, like that. I do intend, I may forget about this when I do the roof, but I'm thinking I might put, what are they called? Dormers? The sticky out bits of roofs above windows and such, I might put those above those windows to like break up the very long line of roof that's about to exist. I think that will look good. We'll have to see. I don't think I've done those that often, if ever. Well, at least not in Minecraft. So we'll have to see whether it ends up working out or not. What are the dimensions here? 6, okay. Ba-ba-doop-doop-doo. Sorry about that. Let me see. Now that we figured out that that definitely needs to go up higher. I still think I have this part of it. It's good. I'm not entirely sure how exactly I'm gonna do that. I may move it in a couple. Very tempted to like just get the wall of the once I get this like the square is already figured out, right? I am tempted to just put the outer walls in so I can figure out some of that with just have the walls in place. Even though I will then, you know, inevitably add windows and indentations and such. Okay. Given what I have now, let's just try for a second. Probably not that high. Okay. Actually, it's a good shout. How tall did I make? That looks like it needs torch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it will be one up. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we did that. If we just do... but I might want to switch floors to ceilings. I didn't think about that originally. So I actually need to add one more. And then do floor here. Well, ceiling here. Floor here. Right? Yeah. Okay. 1, 2. Now this I'm not gonna do. This I might do. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay. Like that maybe. Because the thing is, with the attic section, it's gonna just have part of the roof exposed. I wouldn't even know if I'd call it the attic section necessarily. Ow. Ooh, wandering trader. Hello. Don't even have I don't even have a door yet. Oh, mini sniffer eggs. Do I have a spare sniffer egg? Probably don't. Ooh, I could get one though. Actually, I could just make one. Hold on. This is an easy. Just make a couple extra. Hi, friends. Okay. I have emeralds. Let me grab rockets while I'm over here. Oh, I'll just... Okay. I don't think I need anything else from the storage room right now. This is gonna look so cool. I just have an extra sniffer egg as well. Don't need that. Okay. Alright, well, let's clean up a couple of the bits I didn't get cleaned up. Okay. Alright, let's just land that. Okay. I don't know that they can quite hear you, Mother. I can't quite tell. I'm not actively looking at my mic the entire time. So should I just add one more for safety? And well, I'm not building the roof before I build the walls. Realistically, I'm not building the roof before I build the walls. Did not hear Mother, no? Okay, I didn't think so. Do I just go up one more? Yeah, we're just gonna... One more. Okay. Make sure this is all lit up. And we're just gonna go ahead and put these in as well, because it's helpful for planning. And the interesting thing now is I do need to figure out where I'm putting in the stairs. But it's not like I don't have time to figure that out. Building from the ground up, after all. Okay. So Wandering Trader's enjoying my current mess. And yes, I'm placing down more torches than I need to. Alright. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that looks better. I should have just done it from the start. But I didn't realize how tall I actually wanted to build the library. Or the greenhouse. Otherwise, I would have done that from the beginning. The only thing is, I am gonna have to differentiate where the second floor and the third floor are a little bit on the outside. But I'm thinking balcony, maybe. Maybe on the second floor. Might be some like balconies here and here. Or maybe just even on the one side. For once, maybe I'll make part of it asymmetrical. Who knows? I see that like a lot of the buildings around here are not asymmetrical. Goodness. Okay. Probably need to go back to the other area and just bring all the sandstone over here for now, because I don't think I'm actually going to end up using sandstone in that area now anyway. I've changed my mind. Shocking, I know, but I haven't decided for sure if I do want to bring it all over here or not. Just, I am going to use a lot of it, clearly. I do still need to set out where the little tower bit's gonna go. Those two things stay there. Much. Certainly place like 2 stacks of logs and see where we get. Oh, I'm not doing that right now. Should put those back. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna do the sandstone. I know the corner's gonna be different, so I'll leave that corner. No. Oh. Can I play Christmas music? No, you cannot. Playlist. Okay. I do think I'm gonna probably have sandstone here. Yes, but that's not what I wanted to do. So we're gonna do that. Okay. Do I enter the center or probably? There's probably a door there. Wild fletching appears if anyone wants to catch it. Wow, it's actually kind of crazy how little 2 stacks of logs is gonna get done. I'm gonna have to do so much more chopping of warped wood. So much more. Not that I didn't already know that. And to be fair, the walls aren't gonna be solid like that, so I'll get some of it back. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. And push it back one more. Ba-da-da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, two. Do something like this for now. I don't know. That one's definitely taller than that one. Don't know exactly. Nope. 135. Okay. Don't know exactly what this is going to look like yet, but that'll be the rough placement of that. Which, actually, now that I look at it, it's like not centered, but it could be centered. It's not going to be centered though. Might make it longer. And also, I don't know that this floor is going to go all the way out. I might definitely do a back balcony. Ooh. No, I want a actual roof to be on that though. Because like I could make the roof on this like a floor balcony that extends to this section, but I think I want an actual roof on that. Especially with like the glass thing I intend to put on the center. So I don't think I'm gonna do that. But I also recognize that this is very much currently a box. So I may choose to make it less of a box. Question is, do I do that now? I might leave it for a second to think, because I'm thinking I could just do. Well, the problem is whatever I do. Well, yeah, it just affects the third floor. Because I could just make it after the squareness of it. Make that square and then. Nope, I need to actually do stuff with it to figure that out. Okay. That's 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 5 between? Yeah, 5 between. Okay. So one more. So if that was centered. Okay. Wait, I think I can just fix it on my phone. Hold on. Okay. Let me just fix this playlist real quick because I know the problem is. It. Okay. That should be all the Christmas music out of this playlist, assuming it updates. Okay. I don't think I just wanna. Ooh. Do I do a curve? That's gonna be hard to roof though. Hmm. I know what I do here. Okay. Where do I put the signs? Where are my signs? I got it. Ah, I missed. That works. Where did that sign actually end up getting placed? Yeah, no. Okay. Putting an arch in with the glass so I remember what I was thinking. Eh, not there. There. Don't know exactly how to make that shape I want. I think it needs to go down one more. It might end up needing to... might end up needing to, like, extend past the edge or something. Which would work out, because I need it to... Yeah, that's not quite giving either. Something like that. I will figure it out. That'll work. Okay. I definitely need a lot more glass, I think. But I don't know if I have glass or not. I obviously don't have it up here. Let's take a look down here. Okay, so I do have... Ooh, never mind, I have plenty. I also technically have the light gray and stuff, and I might texture these. Um, there we go. Oh, I had a ton. Oh, that's fine. It's not like I don't have endless amounts of bone meal or anything. Because I have so much stuff going on right now. It's to make bone meal. Okay. King of which. Yay, Mousy's on 135 stream streak. Okay, I do want to just take like 2 shulkers worth of this, put it in my storage room. Yes, it's like right next door, but it's a lot easier to grab when it's already in a shulker. Like, how much? Doo-doo. There we go. That's a lot easier to deal with. I'm gonna also turn it off for the moment. Because it is currently full. So, here, let me see, where are those hoppers? There we go. That should mean that there's less floating waiting around for things. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Now, we'll probably go ahead and work on finishing out the windows on that. Yeah, these two empty. Quite a few shulkers. Well, there's a handful of shulkers around here that are empty. Oh, I was gonna repair my wings, though. A wild Sanini appears if anyone wants to catch it. Lucy's making city snoring noises. Okay. Okay, what I'm thinking is I'm gonna dump some of this in here and just have that on me for the moment. Do I need anything else to do this? Well, I could go ahead and put in this bit as well. Oh, you know what I don't think I grabbed? The already made stairs and slabs. Sandstone. Didn't grab the sandstone, which is the whole point I stopped working on the windows. So the way I was doing this worked out really well when I could aim. Okay. Right. Yeah, okay. Oops. Is the music too loud? Or is it just right? I can't quite tell. I'm still not used to having... I mean, it's the first stream I've really played music with words anyway. Not all of them. It's good to you? Okay. Perfect. Sorry, Caps. Yeah, I figured that was an accident. No worries. Happens to me all the time. Especially when you're playing a game and you kind of just, you know, use caps in the game as for something, and then you forget which one you're on. I never remember to actually look at it either. Actually, I feel like I'm just gonna make a whole stack of that. Stream elements, you do not need to say all the things at once. Goodness. Okay. Da-da. Okay. I got this. I'm counting now. Well, not really counting, just making sure I place it on the right spots. Like, I mean, I guess that works. There we go. Did I do that wrong? No, I did not. Okay. Well, I don't know if the floor of this is going to be sandstone or not. I may... I don't know. I need to look through... Ooh. Hill oak might be fun. Because I know that because there's going to be a lot of bookshelves, there's going to be oak in here. So we'll have to see, like, what other blocks I end up placing. Like, in the color palette. At least for this room. Because I do see dark oak making an appearance. I could also see mangrove making a strong appearance. Simply for the fact that, like, the nice thing about doing it this time around is the mangrove works well to complement the red brick, well, not really red, but the nether brick roof. Technically, crimson would be like a closer actual comparison. Um, but it's like enough of a difference. But there's enough of a difference here. I don't know. I like the darker tone mangrove has to it. Crimson is very, I don't know. It's just not exactly what I want for this. At least in that specific instance, I was like, I want to try mangrove. I will likely use crimson in this build somewhere. Among, like, honestly, all the woods are going to end up making a showing. Ready? Clearly, I should have put more blocks in the smelter. I feel like copper is going to be in there somewhere. I don't know exactly how I'm doing that. I'm just going to do it that way, even though that'll waste lava. Alright, well, even though I can't do that yet. I can at least do the warped walls while I'm waiting. Hmm. I'm definitely gonna have to do a ton of chopping. I've already done quite a bit. Half tempted to see if I take like 4 stacks of TNT out to a warped forest, whether or not that would just be faster. Which sounds slightly insane when you say it out loud like that, but like at the same time. Like that, I think. Yep. Okay. Probably should have started on the window that was closest to the one I was working on with the sandstone, but it's fine. Starting to wonder if this project's bigger than I realize. It's fine. I'm fine. This is fine. I don't think it's a bigger project than I think it is. Compared to the castle, this feels like nothing. Yeah, okay. I like that though. I like that a lot. It's just gonna be a lot of warped wood, which I think I'm already out of. Where and how? Oh, I must have put a wall in between it and the light source it was using to. Yeah, I did. Okay, that makes sense. I could place glass. I know where that goes up to. 3, 1, 2, 3. Very glad I moved the jump boost beacon so it covers more. At least I think it covers more. I do need to see if I have another one. Like sir. Like that. Boom. Da. Okay. Where did I put the shelves? Ah, there they are. I'm blind. This is fine. Um, is it done done? I think so. Ah! I fell. Nailed it. Okay. Making sure nothing spawns. Yep, okay. That's what's left of the warped wood I gathered. Hmm. Great. Let's put the glass there. Hmm. Hmm. I could go ahead and put these in though. Do you know where these go? Let me pull out. Does that have bone meal? I really should just bone meal the ones I have. Do I have? Oh, I have bone meal right there. Perfect. No, I'm not in the mood for that. Yeah, there should be plenty. Though I will apparently need more shelves. Okay. liking it a lot. You're gonna go crash the. I think the slew is fighting back, and you're not on the winning end. Oh no. Hopefully you feel better soon. So I am going to run over to the other project and grab a bunch of that sandstone. Night dragon. And see if I left any warped wood there. I don't think I did. I think I've now used everything I had. So I'm gonna have to chop. It's down pink, I think. Yep. I still have plans for this, and they've just changed slightly. So I don't need the sandstone here anymore. At least I don't think I do. I may just have to get more later. We'll grab 2 more boxes. I'll grab 3 boxes and leave the bit that's there. This is still a really cool spot, and I still have ideas for it. It's just not quite right now. Oh, that was the wrong direction. I'm down mud. There we go. Ooh, I haven't decided about those trees yet. Need to do that. I think I'll make that much smooth sandstone. And hopefully that will be enough. There we go. It's all back up. Make sure we're all good to go. This lava farm is the perfect size. It's so nice. Now, if I filled... Ah, there we go. If I ran it faster than the lava refilled, might become a problem. Ooh, I can easily repair, actually. Hold on. I don't need to repair any of that. Must have recently done that one. There we go. have been running a lot through those lately, so I figure there's probably quite a bit in there. Okay. In fact, I could add more to it if I really wanted to. I might just turn that into bone meal. Oh, wait. We need to reset the cactus blossom farm. I really need to come up with a better way to do this. But I get decent amounts from doing it this way. I am going to put those in there. Okay. What I am thinking... Oh, I also had sandstone bits in there. Okay. I didn't think of that. Didn't even think to check that. What I am going to do is I'm going to... get jump scared by my own creation. Let me grab a shulker. Do I have any TNT? 23. Well, that's a start. Not enough of a start, though. Stacking 10. I'm curious. And this will be more fun, I think, than... those are splash potions of fire resistance. Do I have drinkable ones? Okay, I have 3 drinkable ones. I need to make more. It's on the list of things to do. Okay. So let's see. Grab this. I can put away that. Grab a couple of those out. I am just going to put away a couple of these things that I do not need on me. Put them away in there. Okay. I will need some blocks. And arrows. Okay, well, obviously I need to fill up rockets. Food. Arrows. Yeah. Let's just see what we can do. Because, like, I don't feel like spending the last little bit of stream, chopping trees, but we could definitely do a little bit more blowing up of trees. Okay, now another I have explored. Which biome is over here? So hopefully, if I go out the end of this... Ah, yes, because we originally intended to take this tunnel a bit further, didn't we? The only problem with this method is going to be... I don't know that I want to do it in this stuff that's like right next to where our hub is, though. So let me just like... Okay, there's a bastion. That's fun, but not what I was looking for. Okay. Oh, here's a crimson. Another bastion. Or is it the same bastion? I think it's another one. Trying to go this way. No. There's a bridge out this way for something. Wonder for what. This is a very big crimson forest. If I needed crimson wood, I'd be set. Oh, there's a fortress. Ooh, these are new chunks. That's fun. At least they're partially new chunks. Oh, thought that was a throughway. Soul Sand Valley. With some new baby gas I saw. Wait, hold on. Dang it. Maybe I hang out here a second trying to get the new record. Because that could be fun. Do I need this stuff? I don't remember if I have that much of this stuff. Who knows when you need that, to be honest. Nope, nope, I don't want blazes. Ghasts I wouldn't mind. Come on. Yay. Through. I'm not gonna find a ghast in here though. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I had that. Where? Okay. Not that anybody questioned why I was taking up. Whoa, hello. I wish you wouldn't be over lava. Got it! Let's go. Wait. That's what I wanted! Yay. Okay, I do want to start at the top, though. Of a tree. Let's just see. Oh, I need to remember to not stare at Enderman. just do? Okay. Alright, rude. How did that even hit me? There we go. I just realized I could see it on the map and I could probably figure out which one of the ridiculous mobs it was. Um, the advantages of having a mini-map. This is certainly more fun. And given how far out I am, I don't think we care about what this looks like, so... Well, how far out am I, actually? Yeah, far out enough that nobody cares. Trying to do one explosion at a time because I don't want it to destroy the blocks. Well, I already have a stack of blocks, and that was just one section of a area. So there's that. It was a lot faster than that was a lot faster than chopping trees. And I could probably do 2 trees at once, 2 sections at once. Next up, Clara catches an enderman on the edge of the blast and gets beaten up. Well, I mean, I have these on here for a reason. Probably actually do that though. Just in case. Well, that took that tree down awful fast. It's interesting it's not consuming the arrow. Didn't it used to consume the, like, take the arrow entity when you would do this? Also, hi Art! Here, I can also do that so you can see better. Well, the blast also did a number to this tree, which I'm not exactly mad at. I don't know about arrows, you know, I sent TNT off with coral fans. Whee! Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I don't want to. I just want the one to go off. And I'm blowing up a bit of the roof. But that's okay. But like I also don't need netherrack, because I do. I'm actually surprised that didn't just like send that arrow back in my face. I half expected it to. Okay. Okay, here. Okay. Yeah, that tree's not gonna be worth using TNT on. I would be collecting this a slightly different way, except for one little problem. Oh, there's lava down there, but this should be fine. All of our other trees work with the data pack from Vanilla Tweaks with Timber, where you just break the bottom block and it breaks the rest of the tree, which is great. For some reason, the nether fungi do not count towards said tree thing. So I guess they're not trees. According to Vanilla Tweaks anyway. Which means... Oh dear. I've in fact made a mess. Yeah, I don't know what it's burning. Which means they're the only trees on this server that we have to manually harvest, which is really annoying. Oh dear. Gotta love invisible ghasts. My favorite entities in all of Minecraft. Oh, I should have waited, I didn't realize. That's fine. You have a mod that covers trees, giant mushrooms, and other fungi. It requires crouching, so you get a choice. Mm-hmm. Yep, with the data pack that Vanilla Tweaks has, you can toggle it on and off, so like per player can toggle it on and off, rather. Which is nice because it means, like you said, everybody has a choice. So not everyone needs to use it if they don't feel like they should or want to or whatever the case might be. Um, but I do wish it covered all types of wood because it's really annoying that I have to manually chop. The most annoying, okay, I mean not the most annoying if you count like mangrove, but it depends. One of the most annoying woods to farm, and it's one of the ones that they don't do. It's fun to see the spirits just out and about on the world. I'm so glad they added it in such a way that, like, you just see them everywhere now. For you, it's a choice between no leaves and no leaves. It also replaces the sapling if they drop. Mm-hmm. I have set myself on fire. Yeah. That's the interesting part about that is you then have to decide. What I do if I want the leaves is I just don't chop the tree until after I've chopped the leaves with this specific data pack, but actually I'll just put that and that in there. Make more space in this thing. Wait, how many do I have? You know what? Well, that's enough of that for today. I can't spell, can I? Do need to make more fire potions. Cool. Need more rockets. I'm gonna have to make our rockets at this rate. What you really like to see is one that harvests half of the leaves and lets the other half decay. That way you don't have to harvest the leaves. Yeah, that's true. It would be nice if something gave you a choice there. Though at the same time, I can see why they wouldn't do it that way. Um, Let me just figure out what I was doing. There. This stuff goes there. Rest of that will go. I need all of this out of here because I don't need that. I think that will go there. I don't know. I'll probably end up looking for it somewhere else, but it's fine. There. Alright. That should definitely help with the build supplies. I'm not sure what I'm going to use shroom lights for, but I'm sure I will use them for something. I often do. Let's go see if we can finish this last little section. I say little section like it's not a lot, but whatever. Oh, did I? I don't think I did. That's what goes in that spot that I didn't understand. Oh, not that there. That way. Wait, nope, not there. There we go. Like so. Okay, so I just need to do this last corner. That's done. Okay. I will definitely have to harvest a lot. Well, obviously, if I'm building the entire thing out of warped wood, I'm gonna have to harvest a lot more. I did realize what was in the slot that I... Yep, there we go. It's like, why is that empty? I don't remember. It's fine. Okay. That. That. And that. Like a sir. I'm excited for this room. This room is going to be so cool when it's done. Libraries or like studies are one of my favorite things to build though. As far as interiors go, anyway. Don't need that there. I didn't accidentally place a block there, did I? Nope. Okay, perfect. 2, 3. Do, do, do. So much sandstone. But that's what I get for having it as one of my favorite blocks. Quite a few mobs running around underneath there. I need to go back through and relight a bunch of it, I think. So I think because removing the sea lanterns from the surface bit, I have caused some lighting issues. It's like if you look at it like this, it looks a lot more finished than it actually is. Zooming it to just the right angle. I mean, you can still see the moss, so not really. Yeah, I think this is gonna be good. I think this is gonna be good. Okay. I don't know what's going on there, but that's fine. Why is that on the floor? Okay. I love how my dog just knocks things off of my chair. I don't notice. Okay. That's a little like a mob party down here, but should be fine. Alright, where the heck did you spawn? There's like, oh, you, however. It only takes one spot. Well, I'm just gonna run around, place torches, because I will be taking out more of the sea lanterns. So. Particularly around the house, I'll be taking out more of them. So, there we go. There we are. Pop. You still the same wandering trader from before. Okay, I've decided to steal your llamas. Hold on. You had an area like this with one dark block, it filled up so fast. Yeah. They do tend to fill up pretty fast. I'm not too worried about it because I can just, I can handle, like, I know how to handle a cave full of mobs. It's not a problem. But I'm trying not to have a mob farm. That is, like, on the agenda to not do, you know? Wait. Gosh darn it, I almost had to. Okay. Well, I got one llama out of the deal. And 2 leads. I'll take it. Let's put those in there. I kind of want to play this disc again. I don't know if y'all heard it or not. But yeah, I'm really liking how this is coming along. I knew pretty quickly that this was gonna look really cool. The original plan was just like a slightly bigger version of what I'd already done in this style. That original plan has spiraled quite significantly as far as adding things to it. Smidge of scope creep, just a smidgen. To be fair, it's not that much scope creep. I had 2 ideas for what I wanted to put up here, and I've just combined them, but it's fine. I think it's looking really good. And I think this one empty here. Also, just looking at it from different places, it's filling out the mountain section quite well. Like that is fitting perfectly between and behind those buildings. Like, yeah, it's kind of hidden here. But like that. It's gonna look really cool, I think. I am considering that I probably placed my nether portal in a kind of a strange spot. Oh, realistically, this is a really weird spot to have my nether portal. I always end up with a nether portal that I'm just like, I don't know that I'm happy with it here, actually, but now it's already here, so I don't have a choice. What did I put in here? Nothing yet. I do need to put something in there. I need to figure out if I actually made the bee farm I was intending to make. If not, I need to make one because I need candles. But another good spot to look at it from. You can always move your nether portal. Well, I always have bad luck with that because it always wants to go where it wants to go. And mine's currently completely working. Has a tunnel to it and hasn't thrown any effects. We'll see. I may add another one. I may just put another one in a different area. But what was I going back here for? Ooh, 2 more cactus flowers. This has been my industrial area forever. I need to like design something for this side so that it's no longer this, but also just like coming out of the storage room, seeing that it looks perfect. It is interesting that it's like not centered on this. Granted, this is not centered on that either. On purpose. It was centered on... Actually, this was... I think I had this up before this mountain was here. Or while I was building it. It was more just an archway to, like, perspective. But it also is not... I wasn't completely happy with it originally. But, ooh. Instead of those, I might put the shelves. But I like it now. I need to remove that beacon base probably. But I do like that. This bit, the interesting part from this angle is because of what I think I'm going to do with this entrance. I don't know how much of that you're actually going to be able to see. Because I do intend to put an arch here. I do intend for these to be more towery. And I don't know how I'm going to do the wall in between them. So you might barely see the house from this angle. It all depends on how I handle that staircase bit. Also, if you need an area to hold a guest, something like this apparently works. Because originally what happened was when I updated the server, for some reason, Paper decides to set the lead break distance to like 0. And so I was sitting here having problems, and I just assumed Mojang had done something weird, keeping my guests leashed at all. So I was like, fine, I'll put them in a section of the base where they can't. Their pathfinding won't necessarily let them out. But after fiddling with it and getting frustrated, Dragon was like, you could just look and see if there's a setting somewhere. And in Googling it, I discovered it is a common Paper problem. Which, we've been discussing moving to Fabric, but the problem is I'm scared to switch it over because I'm worried I'm going to break something. So we'll see. It's like, it's working right now. Everything's working. Yeah, so if you do have your server on Paper, check that when you update, apparently. I set it to default. Yours on Fabric. Yeah, and if I was doing it now from scratch, I'd do it on Fabric. Because a lot of the mods work better on Fabric, so if we wanted to do mods on here, we would have to That's why we don't have the armor stand mod. We have the data pack instead at the moment. Because I realized, and I was like, well, I'm worried about what this will break. And yes, I'll bug someone at some point and be like, alright, explain what the differences are and if moving it over would cause problems or not. But I haven't had the energy to do that yet. Maybe don't explain what the differences are, but at least explain to me what I could break. Or if I can break nothing and I'm just being silly. But I'll get to that eventually. Because in theory, I'm pretty sure as far as the back end of the server is concerned, it's literally I have to click a few buttons. But I yeah, I always worry with being the one in charge of technical stuff. I'm always like, I don't know what this does. Oh, I had disk in there already. Best test is to back it up and then use the backup to try on Fabric. Yeah, but the problem is I don't have an empty server to do that on. I'm gonna like walk away from this so we can hear it, but not hear it so loud. The range on these things is ridiculous. I currently only have the 2 servers, and I don't have a way to, like, place it. Get a free server for testing, run it on your own machine for testing only. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. It's something I will eventually get to, but the armor stand mod is currently the only one. I think the only one that we were considering doing that we don't currently have. Because this is a vanilla-ish server. So. There, maybe you can hear that a little bit better. I'm not too worried about it. I had someone I was gonna ask about it, and then, yeah, honestly, I could just run a backup of it and then do it. The thing is that requires me to email support and then stuff. I'm just checking Discord real quick. Either way, if this is just general PSA for people who have paper, apparently it does this stuff, and I was like, why? Why is it changing a default setting like that? And everything should be set to default, unless otherwise specified. Goodness. But I set it to default now and it's all fixed. Cool. That was fun. It's a little fun little disc. It's just, they're so loud. I wonder if that's all the ones I have, or do I have other ones? Who knows? My current storage system confuses me, actually, now that I'm back to it. Oh, I now have 2 creators. Interesting. It's like I don't exactly know what was going on here. I'm not gonna lie. I might expand certain parameters and move some things around. But yeah, I think that is going to be it for me today. I will try to have an actual stream playlist of some sort. on Friday, but also no promises. Let me make sure my spawn is set here. Choker monster grows, which is fine because I will clean it up afterwards. Oh, you know what I might do? Oh, that's sand, not sandstone? Well, I grabbed the wrong one. I might just put that in there. Well, if it's sand, it can go over here in the chest of sand. Also, I do have ideas for the interior of this building, and they include some copper golems, which is going to be fun. Don't know exactly how I'm going to do it yet, but I have placed a few copper golems around the place just for fun. The main one is in here, I think. Got a copper golem with 3 chests. It's a little gardener. So that's fun. Did I put one in here? I think I did not put one in here. I put a little statue. I didn't put one in here because I didn't want it constantly setting that off. Wait, would it set that off? Oh, I don't remember how that works. Okay, so good. Those are still working correctly. Yeah, I'm excited to be back in this base and actually have like an idea for a build to do here. It's nice. Nice to do that. I do think I need to at least probably do one more stream working on the castle. I just have to... Was it a sensor shrieker or catalyst? Shrieker sensor combo. And some stuff from like the first ancient city we did. Because that's my, Words, Clara. That's my, like, artifacts and archaeology building. So like I have stuff from the withers we fought. I have stuff from the ocean monument we did. Yes, the golem one set off. Yeah. We don't need that. I don't need to be randomly walking in that part of the base and hear it shrieking. I can set it off myself. And that's good. And like, there's a reason I didn't put a sensor on this. There's a reason it's chicken. It would go off way too much. It already goes off a little bit more than I probably would want. I need to maybe make the area bigger. Though, I do feel like there's a way to use copper golems in that instance, but you would still hear the chest open. There are ideas for that. There are ways that would work. But they're unnecessary because a chicken works just as well. But yeah, I don't know when I'm going to work on the castle next. So we're probably going to be working on the manor quite a bit for the next bit of Minecraft play. We'll see. I'm pretty close to finishing off the castle on our QSMP. It's just... Yeah. Yeah, there's things and reasons and stuff. I just don't feel motivated to work on it right now, so I'm not going to. So yeah, that'll be it for me today. I should be back on Friday. We probably are gonna end up playing Xenoblade though, because I think we're at chapter 10, and I'm excited to get past where I think I already was. I think this is a chapter I played too. I think. So once I finish it, if it is the chapter, I think it is, we'll be past the point of where I've actually been before, so that'll be fun. Checking to see if there's anybody to read. Yeah, I'm excited. I love that game, to be fair. I'd be playing it regardless. I'm just having some... interest. I'd probably have already finished it, to be honest, if I wasn't trying to play it on stream. But I feel like that's actually, in this game's case, I've tried to do that with a few games. In this game's case, I think that's actually worked out. Uh, if anyone was wondering what happened to my Jedi Survivor playthrough, I accidentally played the story off camera because I forgot. I forgot, and I think I unintentionally set off a part of it because, I just went back to a planet and things happened. So now I'm probably just gonna play the rest of that off camera because I'm like, I don't want to jump you into the middle. Like, there were some serious plot twists, some serious plot events, and I don't want to jump y'all into the middle of that and be like, yep, so here's what happened that I barely remember myself. So yeah. I may play it on stream again when I go to play it back through or do the after game. I don't know how the ending of it's going to work out, so I don't know if we just keep playing at the end of it or whether I have to like play again. But, let's not end on that song, please. Let's see. Yeah, this will work. Yep. But yeah, I'll be back on Friday and it'll be fun, I think. It sounds like Saturday might be up in the air, but that's okay. We'll see about Saturday. I don't even know what we haven't made a plan for what we're doing Saturday, so you know. When Dragon and I have actually you know what, I don't remember the last time Dragon and I have planned a Saturday stream well in advance. So oh, though it might be fun to go exploring and try to find Nautilus. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll be on Sanctuary messing around in the village. Who knows?